Usually, when I start hating on something, I stick to it and I do not change my opinion. But one of my favorite accounts on here kept on gushing about how much she loved Tender as the Flesh. And I also watched a couple of videos from the author in which she describes the ending of this book, and it made me rethink my opinion. I'm going to admit, this is one of the first books that Book Talk told me to pick up. And after reading it, I was like, eh. But after giving it a year and finding that I couldn't stop thinking about the elements of the story and how much Erica gushes about this horror novel and giving The Unworthy a chance, I was wrong. When it comes to my original criticism for Tender as the Flesh, it was that the novel was too short and I didn't like the actions that the characters took. It had nothing to do with the writing or even the grotesque nature of the plot, and had a lot to do with maybe I wouldn't have made those choices, both when writing the book or if I was a character within the pages. It was a me thing. And when it comes to the point of view in this novel, since it's from the male who ends up being the villain in the end, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. And I think that was the whole point. After reading her other novel that was just recently translated and published into English, The Unworthy, all those gripes have fallen away. And that's because this is more what I'm interested in. So we still have her amazing writing. With just a couple hundred pages, she's able to immerse us into these terrifying worlds, very reminiscent to our own, but full-on dystopian horror novel nightmare fuel. Some elements are the same, but it does seem to be two completely different stories. We have environmental collapse, society breaking down, the loss of governments, but instead of perverting the meatpacking industry, we are now looking at religious orders and cults. Our main character and POV are all coming from a novice in this creepy religious cult, one of the unworthy. And if you're squeamish, then this may not be the novel for you, as it takes a dark turn when it comes to things like self-harm, sacrifices, terrorizing other people within the order. With both novels, you can kind of see where the ending is going. And even though it's dire, there seems to be more resistance or maybe even resilience within the pages of this novel. So basically, I slept on it. I'm thinking she's actually an amazing writer, and I was too harsh on my initial judgments when it comes to Tender as the Flesh. Thank you to Erica for gifting me this novel and for changing my opinion on the first. I was thoroughly grossed out, and I cannot wait to read her short story collection. Are you a fan? Are you over her? Was there any other books recently that you've had a change of heart after reading? As always, let us know in the comments below.